Okay, guys. Hey. All right, guys, here we are. Listen, I figured I need to sometime come on these lives so you could see me doing work. Very similar to girl Crystal Marie. I'm a working woman as well. And so I think one of the things we need to get used to is just seeing me work. I know I talk about a lot of different things, but while I'm doing some things, I can talk to you guys. One of the most important things I think about being a successful young woman or a successful woman in her early 30s, like myself, um, is that you need to get into the habit of having a daily routine. And I mean, even on a day like today, right? It's Martin Luther King Day. Um, you know, sorry guys, just really just trying to. See, exactly. So I've decided to just change things up one of the ways that I do business. So now I kind of go into I have this really great, and it's so crazy because the real estate company I just signed up with, they actually use um, the same office space thing that I use, where you can hotel to different office spaces and pay like a monthly rental. I do like the community desk because I really just don't need a dedicated office. I want to be able to bounce around, but um, there's a service that I use that allows me to go in and go into a nice office to get out of my place because my place has really bad service. Optimum is very horrible, and so if you're trying to work from home and you have Optimum, it's almost impossible. So I've started, instead of being, frustrated and running off to Miami before I have my, self settled, it makes no sense. I just have to work with what's in my means. And right now I could afford to do that. It's like 200 something a month. I go in there like I'm going in the office. I park across the street. Like it's a good situation without me having to feel like I'm paying $600 a month to be a part of somebody's real estate company. Like, what kind of nonsense? What? I had to get all my money back. Um, but one of the most important things is being the kind of woman who has a schedule. Like, you need to have a list for life. In life, I've always had a list. Like, this is probably a year and a half worth of just things that I look to accomplish every day, and so many of these books you'll find. It's like more important than a diary. A diary is nice, but this is also important. As you can see, like every day, like this was yesterday. This is a new book, obviously, for the new year. There's just so much to accomplish every day. And it's really important to have a schedule because if you don't have a schedule, you fall into, idle time. And as I say, idle time is the devil's playground. On this Martin Luther King Day, I mean, there's so much going on out here. Um, God. I just want to know. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to go to LIBOR or not, but let's see. Because what I want to know is, Wow, I just trying to figure out exactly who they advertise with. And I think it's pretty much everybody. Like it goes out to all the websites, and it's crazy. As an entrepreneur, like I have to work my job, but I also have to get up on a day like Martin Luther King Day and still do work. Like right now, I have so much to do, and I'm trying to just get everything properly situated. Um, and one of the most important things is just having. I find that sometimes we waste a lot of time talking about like our dreams, and it's really important that people see you executing. Like you can have a dream, but you have to be working as well. Like I always work towards my dreams. People could feel however the fuck they want, but the real deal is that I'm one of the few people that when I set myself out to do something, I actually accomplish that because I don't waste my time uh, having dreams that are not possible. Like it is very easy to get caught up in dreams that aren't possible, and I try to be feasible because I know that there's a lot of people who love to dream out here, and I don't like to get caught up dreaming because it takes up the time that you should be working. So even on a Martin Luther King Day where most people are probably not working today, I just figured it behooved me to work because ultimately none of these niggas is giving me nothing. So everything that I'm gonna get is gonna come from what I do for myself because it looks like men aren't giving bags out to women like me. So I hate to sound bitter when I say that. I'm not. I'm just dead ass tired. I have a lot on my mind, a lot on my plate, and it almost seems as though nothing good can happen unless I bring it to myself. And I'm starting to realize what being a true architect is, being able to bring things to myself, regardless of whether people are going to give it to me or not. I know I am the best. And because I know that, no one can ever tell me otherwise. It's that kind of thing. I set out to get listings and I'm going to get those listings. I said I was going to accomplish something and I'm going to accomplish that thing. Not because I am trying to prove anything to anyone but myself. I really just need this bag. Um, Right now, I'm building a flyer for. I'm gonna do some listing, some like canvassing of the neighborhood today. Yeah. You know, people believe that they can come into our neighborhood and just dominate because they had an idea one day to just move to Rogers Avenue. You could have whatever ideas you want, except people don't know you in this community, and quite frankly, they don't want you in this community. So before I say something fucks up, anyone who tried to make me believe that I shouldn't be in my own community could get the fuck out. As it stands today, I'm going to do what I want, and there's really nothing that anyone else can do about it. Real reality is that people always think they can keep you in a box, but they're in a box themselves. The kind of freedom that I'm looking for, that person can't even conceive it. That person is limiting themselves to what they believe is supposed to happen in the world. And, you know, they think I'm supposed to be underneath their thumb. So they do things like withhold passwords to tools that are supposed to help me market. You know, joining Voro was one of the best things I ever did because it made me realize, like, no, this person over here is playing games. Like, this person is a fucking nut job. This person has control issues and he seeks to control everything he doesn't understand. Um, he really is someone to not trust because he doesn't have the community and community's best interest at heart. He really just wants to make money off the backs of my community, and I kind of find that is trash. You know, I find that to be disrespectful on so many levels. So as a result, I don't say anything because I think the best thing to do is just to prove, show and prove. They say, you know, it's a show and prove kind of thing. That's what it's all about. It's not about making people feel bad. And I think that's another thing that we do sometimes, even as women and even as Black women, which is making people feel bad because they've lost. And no, let them know they live to fight another day against you, but you are a champion and you're gonna win. And that's one thing that, you know, people haven't seen that in me in a while just because I've been nice. You know, like I was going through a lot. My fiance had passed away. Then I was trying to build a little record label, which of course people don't know how to stay out of jail, so nothing can happen with that. But um, you know, as far as Jackie goes, as far as a Black beauty goes, I'm always gonna be good because I'm competitive. I know how to eat what I kill. I only respect people that eat what they kill. So for me, it's just another day. You know, it's another day for me to show people that I won't be told no and I won't be like dictated to for the rest of my life. I won't have anyone sit there and tell me what the fuck I can accomplish. It won't happen, not in my life. And I think when you are a person who could say that shit out loud, people get very scared, right? People get very afraid because they know they can't hold you back. I think one of the things that held me back so long in my life was my mother. Um, you know, it just nobody can understand that. Like no one can understand what it's like to have a mother who is a disappointment. But now that she's gone, it kind of just it gave me so much. Um, it gave me so much courage that was like put down inside me because I thought I'd be judged by my mother's shortcomings. But now there's no excuse. My mother's not here, so there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can. It's so crazy how you can just see things in the back and just know, like, it's so funny. Look, guys, I as a black woman, I just think that the real challenge in life is keeping people's voices out of your fucking head. I mean, people want to tell us exactly what we should be doing, how we should be doing what we're doing. It's just a lot. It's like my thing is, do you want to win or do you want to lose? What I'm starting to realize is like I could sit here and wait for a man to do something for me, but then real reality is like he ain't doing shit. He ain't doing a fucking thing. And it's like he's not going to do anything because at the end of the day, it's not for him to do anything for me. If he was going to do something for me, then he would have done it. That's what I realized about men. When I got with my man, he passed away. What made it so difficult for me is that him passing away, it just made me realize like I'm going to be in a place where it's going to be hard for me to find someone because I can immediately spot bullshit in a way that I've never been able to before. He prepped me with so much knowledge, and now it's really hard for me to get bullshitted by a dude. And it's like I can look at some of these guys and I really don't have sex with a lot of men because there's really not a need for it. I could tell that he's full of shit. I mean, can't you? Sometimes some of my friends, I'm sorry, but we're too grown to be talking like this. I mean, I was out in Miami and my girlfriend, all she kept talking about was some guy that, and here she is with a 10-year-old daughter who looked damn near 14, 15. And all you can talk about is some guy who obviously doesn't know how to even fucking treat you. And you're setting the example in front of your daughter. And I'm going to tell you how that works because my mom was the kind of woman who just, she set her examples in front of me. And trust me, kids learn. And what happens is they stop respecting you. My mother wasn't a woman who set bad examples when it came to um, men for me, but she was a woman who set bad lifestyle choices, and it's just like, yo, to think, to think. To think that we sit there and we believe everything that a person tells us when it's like in life, it's eat or be eaten. Like that's something that I learned early in life, and I feel like that's the best, most valuable lesson you could ever teach your child. In life, it's eat or be eaten. And who wants to eat today? I want to eat today. I'm hungry. Feel me? There are people out here who will eat you for lunch, leave you there by yourself looking like a dummy, talking about, oh, but I thought he was your friend. Oh no, but you thought he was gonna share the deal with you if your name wasn't on it? Like people just have to move more intelligently. Uh, as Black women, we have to be more strategic, and we have to stop looking for people to give us things that they're never going to give us because they don't want to compete with a force like us. That's real shit. Trust me, if they wanted to compete, they would. Um, if they wanted to compete, they would. If people wanted to compete with us, they would stop trying to, treat us like we didn't matter in the world. They keep trying to put us under their foot because they don't want to compete because they know that we have sharp intellects and we're able to accomplish things they could never. They know that people would much rather deal with a woman, especially a Black woman, than to deal with another, hate to say it, another right in the community, swindling the community. Nobody wants to deal with that anymore. People don't care. People want to see Blackness. People come to our communities to see us. They don't come to our communities to be guided around by y'all. And I mean, that sounds how it might sound, but it is true. Just making a listing flyer. I really want things to look super professional when I do them. I don't give a damn, but it's all about what I do these days. People like it when they can compete against a formidable opponent. And as Black women, we got to start being that. Like, stop being afraid. Stop being afraid to compete because people aren't afraid to compete against you. Trust me. People will dust you in 5 seconds and not think twice about how the fuck you felt. What? You felt something? Didn't you know this was a competition in life? Like, do not let these people lie to you. This is a competition in life. It's real nice. It came out good. Oh, no, I don't want that. Let's see. What? Just trying to make this little. Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna be a member of all of the boards. That way, I can post everywhere. No one has to know shit. It just the real reality is like I'm not announcing myself. I'm not gonna announce my presence anymore. People are going to people are gonna feel my presence because I'm just going to work. People just have to see you work sometimes. They don't know what to think until they see you in action. Let me see which ones they are. I can never figure out which ones they are. Feed to IDX. Feed to homes.com. See, what does it say? Feeds to IDX. Internet exchange. What? There we go. Here we go. You have to include everything. Like people don't know how important it is, but it's important to include everything when you're doing a little marketing package. Everything that's possibly included. I mean, if it goes to a website, then you need to stick it on your flyer. That shit makes you look more official. So everything that this MLS integrates into needs to be on this flyer. Sorry. Anything that's anything needs to be here. I hate the way that looks though. Ugh. A better one than that. Let's see. I think this one's a good one. Yeah, because in life, if people feel like you are competing at a higher level than them, they just want to knock you out the game. I mean, and that's what's really been going on to Black women this year. Like, we've been getting knocked out the game by people who just are too pussy to compete. And damn, I didn't think it was going to be like that in my lifetime. I mean, I kind of liked it when we had to prove ourselves because at least we came out better, sharper, more intelligent, sexier, happier, more fulfilled. But now it's just people just telling us, stay in your place because we don't want to compete. Stay in your place, stay in your place. No, no, no. Get out of my fucking way if you don't like it. Sorry. That's really where we're at in life. Like, no more crying, ladies. No more caring about what people think. No more caring about that image, that old image of you. Who cares? Who cares about the old image of you? Nobody does. You're the only one. You're the only one that cares about that old ass image of you. Trust me. If they cared, they would have let you know. And I'm telling you right now, they don't. No one gives a damn. The image that Black women think that they have in life, it I have to laugh at them sometimes because a lot of times people are not even paying attention to us and we're putting ourselves in a place where people don't like us because we think we're more important than we are. What I think is so important for Black women is to find a man who values you, right? A real nice one, who values you and really wants to do something with you. You find him, and then you know what you do? You make him yours. You keep your mouth shut. You do not share him with anybody. Oh God, no. Don't let anyone know about him. Don't let anyone know about him. Tell nobody. Because you can't afford to let a man or anyone else know, or anybody. Don't let your friends know. Let nobody know. Listen, I knew there was an orange logo somewhere. I'm like, where's the orange ass logo that needs to go on here? I knew there was one. Okay, this has to go here. All right, fine. Okay, now all these logos gotta get slightly moved over so this shit could fit. Problem. Here, go in the back. I'm gonna pick up some of this orange shit here. Oh, here we go. Oops, that's a little too small. Oh, a little too small though. I guess it could all be on the same level. Perfect. Now I think I have a good flyer. Okay. Real good. I need to export this to PDF version. Save as a PDF, and this is going to get printed off. I'm going to save that as, yeah, because I pretty much have spent most of my day doing these flyers and trying to figure things out. Ladies, I don't even have a lot of time to talk to you guys. I'm working. I'm about to go and canvas the neighborhood and put myself out there, you know? And I think that's all I need right now. All I want to say is like, life is too short. We have to be more strategic about what we share. We just have to be more mindful. Like, I'm sorry that it should have been kind of boring on this on this little video because I'm supposed to be doing a million things, but like I'm in the process of changing my life completely. Like I'm not waiting anymore for the team. We can't keep waiting for teams. People aren't going to be here to support us. No one has our backs. What we need is to just get up and do what we have to do on our own. Like I'm going to be moving on, getting this condo, moving on with my situation, probably finding someone to fall in love with outside of New York because this shit is trash, and just helping some people escape this place as a real estate agent. So if you need to sell your house, then you let me know, okay? Mwah! I am out of here. Love you guys, and we'll catch up, okay? Black excellence, opulence, decadence. Also, happy Martin Luther King Day. I'm not a big proponent of Martin Luther King. Uh, but at least we can be friends with whomever we want, whether that is valuable or not. Okay? Have a good one. Bye.